Hey YouTube, this is Renaissance Man. How you doing? Today I got in my new Yaesu FT-7900R. I bought this off of eBay and it shipped in from Greece. So this is the European version of the 7900R, and I'll put a link in the description box of the eBay store that I got it from. It already comes unlocked or unblocked, and it already has the Mars cap mod done to the radio. So it's already ready to go right out of the box, basically. It cost me $347, and that included the shipping. I was pleasantly surprised about how fast it got here. I ordered it Halloween, which was the 31st, and it got in today, which is the 7th. So it took about a week, and it was well worth it. Let's take a look at something here that I need you to know about, and that is, since this is a European radio, you're going to need to pick up an adapter at Radio Shack, and they carry them. It's a UHF N type to the PL259. So the antenna connector in the radio is a UHF N type, N like Nancy, okay, which is common for Europe. The radio is a dual bander. It has a full range, full coverage receive, basically from the air band all the way up to, I believe, 900 megs. It's got a lot of power for the size radio it is. High power, it's 50 watts on VHF, then 25, 10, and 5. And on UHF, it's 45 watts on high, then 25, 10, and 5. So it has 4 different power settings. Programming it is relatively easy. Save yourself $30. It's really not that hard to program it. What makes it really easy is this microphone that it comes with, and as you can see, the keypad is right on the mic. This also lights up, and there's a lamp switch right here on the side, and you can see that the numbers and the letters glow. It has a cooling fan built into it, which is nice. So when the transmitter's running, you're going to need to run this radio at home. You're going to need a power supply, and you're going to need a minimum of 10 amps continuous. What I did was I went and got an or not an MFJ, but a pyramid, and that's the PS15KX. There you can see it's wired in right there, and it also has the cigarette lighter socket. When I put it into the truck, I'll be using those power plugs, quick disconnect. I'll run 12 gauge or 10 gauge, probably 12 gauge, from the battery into the cab, and just use quick connectors like this one here. The radio it's real nice. I mean, it's a nice radio. This is, for me, this is a major step up, since I've only had handhelds so far. So this is a major step up. Like I said, programming is pretty easy. Well, I'll just show you real quick how simple it is. One of the things you want to set up on it is, let me just give you some basics. This changes it from memory mode to VFO mode, which is the V/M key. And then you got the band key. That changes the bands. So you can see there's 2 meter. There's the 220 band. There's the action band. And then 440. And then 800 band. Okay, pretty straightforward. While you're programming, you want to be in the VFO mode. So you have memory, then you have that, and then you have the VFO. Now, if you're programming repeaters, we'll do one here. What we're going to do is we're going to set the tone. Now, you can set it for encode, which means you're transmitting the code to open up the repeater. Encode decode, meaning the repeater is going to come back to you with just that tone, and it's only going to open the squelch when it gets that tone. Reverse tone, that basically just swaps the tones around. And then DCS, which is a digital carrier squelch. So we're just going to set it to encode, okay, because we're programming. And what we're going to do is we're going to set the tone, or actually we're going to set the frequency first. So 444 350. So we're just going to go to here, 444 350. Just do it right from the keypad. There you go, 444 350. And that machine has a tone of 107.2. So we're going to hit the set key. It says tone freak. We'll hit it again. And then we're going to use the rotary knob here and dial up 107.2. Then we're going to lock that in by hitting set again. And then to get out of that sequence, just push the talk one time. So there's the freak. We have the tone set. So now to lock this in, we're just going to hold down the VM button. And you can see it's blinking on the next available memory slot. VM again. And then scroll the dial over here so you can get into the alphanumerics. And we're just going to name this A, and then hit band. And then when you're done programming, you just hold in band. Now, if you want to go back and check your programming, you just hit the VM button, and it goes into the memory mode, and there's the one we just programmed. And these are some other ones that I programmed in. And we'll just go ahead and key up this repeater. It's got a nice sound to it, kind of a little more bassier sound. I like the audio in it. You can certainly scroll through your presets. Now, you'll hear a little bit of noise. That's because we haven't, there you go. Just so you know, that noise that you hear, that scratching, staticky sound, what that is we haven't had a good rain here for a while, and I'm about 4 blocks from the ocean, so you get a lot of salt water accumulation on the electric lines outside, and that creates all that static. So once you get a good rain in here and clean those lines off, it'll sound a little bit better. But there's the presets. And this rotary knob, it feels real nice and smooth. It has détente positions or click positions. There is locations here for hyper memories. You'll see them in the book. You can, if you're in the VFO mode like this, and let's say you want to get to 430 or 430 quickly, you just hit this where it says megahertz one time. Okay, and then you could quickly go in 1 megahertz increments, and then you hit that again, and there you go, and then you can fine tune from there. It has all the different steps in it. It goes from 5 kz all the way up to 25 kilohertz. The scanner in this is pretty fast. Let's go ahead back into memory mode, and I'll show you the scan. You can advance it just by hitting that rotary knob. You can see how fast that scans. That is about as fast as a regular commercial scanner. So, very impressive. Very impressive radio. You've got your squelch control here. Volume here, of course. Power button here. Again, it's a very impressive, very, very well built radio. Real nice audio quality. I've gotten a couple of really good reports on the radio so far transmitting. So this is very similar to other Yaesus where you have the memory groups, hyper memory, different scan routines, and I will be shooting more detailed video on how to do some of those other routines in the radio. But certainly if you have any questions about setting up this radio or any detailed programming questions, please send me a PM, and I'll actually shoot a video describing your condition that you're looking for. And again, I'm very impressed. I love having the mic like this. It's a major step up. I can control everything basically from the microphone. You can see I can change into memory mode or in a VFO mode. I can go up or down from the top buttons here on the microphone. You can change the power right here from the microphone. So it's, basically you got low, which is 5 watts, 10, 25, and 45 here on 440. So this is the Yaesu FT-7900R. This is the European version. I purchased it from an eBay seller out of Greece. Took about a week. With the shipping, it was $347. The radio is unlocked. It's wide open. And also the Mars Cat mod was done to the radio. Let me just demonstrate real quick. We'll go to band, and we'll hit the, and you can see we're also neat thing about this, just like other Yaesus, it automatically changes the mode. It's now in the AM mode. So there you go. Mars cap, wide open receive, 347, brand new, already modified, directly from Greece. Took about a week to get here. Pretty much a no-brainer. This is a major step up from a HT. So I hope you got something out of this video, and I appreciate you watching. This is Renaissance Man. Thank you very much.